Today we are going to talk about a crypto project that really intrigued me, Bitcoin. So yes, just hearing the name, you might think it's yet another Bitcoin copy, but believe me, it's much smarter than that. Bitcoin is a project that takes Bitcoin's fundamentals, a fixed supply, a halving, mining, but reinvents them to make them faster, more accessible and more playful. No need for ultra powerful machines, everything happens directly on chain, and the economic mechanics are ultra solid with a massive burn for each transaction. In this video, we will see what Bitcoin really is, why its model is interesting, what I honestly think about it, and how, if you wish, you too can get started. So, get comfortable, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's begin right away. I must give you a little important disclaimer before starting. The content of this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute investment advice or an encouragement to buy any Bitcoin or any other asset. Investing in cryptocurrencies involves risks, including the partial or total loss of your capital. Crypto markets are very volatile, and it is essential to do your own research and only invest what you are willing to lose. So, be responsible, inform yourself, and make your decisions with full awareness. So, Bitcoin, what exactly is it? In a few words, it's a modernized version of Bitcoin designed for a new generation of users. The idea is very simple. Bitcoin retains what made Bitcoin successful, namely a limited supply, a decentralized mining system, and a regular halving mechanism. Major world to meet current expectations. First major difference. Mining is entirely on-chain. No need to buy ultra-expensive equipment or join an industrial pool. Here, everyone can mine simply by owning virtual miners, directly via the blockchain. It's much more accessible and completely breaks down the entry barrier. Second improvement, network speed. On Bitcoin, a new block is generated approximately every 1.1 seconds. By comparison, on Bitcoin, a block takes about 10 minutes. We are thus on a much faster, more dynamic system, adapted to modern habits. And finally, the third key point, the halving, the moment when miners' rewards are halved. It does not happen every 4 years, as we know on Bitcoin, but approximately every 7 weeks. Result, the issuance of new tokens slows down very quickly, which increases the scarcity of big from the very first months. Now, why is Bitcoin really clever in its design? We've seen it takes the solid foundations of Bitcoin, but what makes it particularly interesting is how it modernizes the mining and token economy. First point, mining is accessible to everyone. No need to buy an ASIC for several thousand euros or find a data center in the middle of the desert. With Bitcoin, you can mine directly with your crypto wallet on the blockchain. It's simple, fast, and opens the doors of mining to millions of new users who would otherwise never have had access. Second point, the mechanical burn with each transaction. Every time a player buys a miner or upgrades their facilities, 75% of the amount spent is permanently burned. What does that mean concretely? It means that the supply of available tokens is constantly decreasing. And in a healthy ecosystem, fewer available tokens equals a potentially higher price in the long term. Third point, smart gamification. Mining Bitcoin is not just clicking a button. You have to choose your miners, optimize your facilities, upgrade at the right time. In short, it's a real little strategy game, and that's extremely powerful for keeping users engaged over the long term. Because yes, in the end, Bitcoin is not just another token on the market. It's a project designed to be viral, for users to participate, have fun, and get involved. Now, let's be clear. Even though Bitcoin has many qualities, like in any crypto project, there are also risks to consider. It's important to have a complete view before getting started. The first point to watch is the growth of the community. Bitcoin relies on a viral model, on-chain mining, referrals, gamification. But if the community doesn't follow, the demand for big could remain low, thus limiting the positive effect of the burn. It's a balancing act. The more users there are, the better the mechanics work. Second point, selling pressure. Even if the burn is massive, some players might be tempted to quickly sell their mined big for short-term profits. And if many do it at the same time, it could create significant volatility, especially at the beginning. Third point, competition. The Bitcoin model is innovative, but other projects might try to copy or improve it. In the crypto world, the speed of innovation is crazy, and staying visible is a real challenge. So Bitcoin shouldn't be seen as a magical or risk-free investment. It's a young, promising project, yes, but it will require time, growth, and especially community engagement to really take off. And precisely, that's why I think it's now, when everything is still early, that it's the most interesting to observe and, for some, to test. So, after digging into all that, what is my personal opinion on Bitcoin? Honestly, I think the project is very well thought out. It doesn't aim to revolutionize crypto completely, but rather to take a proven formula and adapt it to today's world. Faster, more accessible, more fun. What I particularly like is the fixed supply that protects against inflation, the massive burn that adds a real dynamic of scarcity, and the on-chain mining that completely democratizes access to mining. Obviously, it's not a risk-free project. The community will need to keep growing and engagement must remain strong, but today, Bitcoin really checks a lot of boxes to be a solid ecosystem in the long term. And personally, I decided to test Bitcoin and actively participate in its development precisely because I put early letters on a project that is based on healthy foundations. If you want to try it, take it easy. Test the mechanics, see if you like it. And as always in crypto, do your own research, stay responsible, and invest only what you are willing to risk. And if you wish, I have placed an affiliate link in the description. So, it's up to you whether you want to use the affiliate link or not. But just know that if you use my link, I earn a small commission, which helps and motivates me to create independent content. We are reaching the end of the video. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this presentation of Bitcoin, feel free to give a little like. It really helps to introduce the channel to other crypto and new technology enthusiasts. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and activate the bell to not miss anything. Comment. And above all, tell me in the comments, does Bitcoin seem like a project with potential to you? Your feedback is really important. It allows me to interact directly with you and see what interests you the most.